What's up, people? It was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time before a new Sakura game would be released, and here we finally are. Sakura Gamer it is this time around. I think this is actually like the longest break we've had in between Sakura games, because the last one we played, something Magical Girls, it was in February, I think, around February, and now it's October, of course, early October, so it's around 9 months. Wait, 8. Can I even fucking count? February is the 2nd month. October is the 10th month. So that's around, it was late February to early October, so like 7.5 months, I guess. It's probably something like that. But yeah, that's about the longest break we've sort of had between Sakura games. And yeah, I don't know, usually it takes like a couple months between every single Sakura game, so maybe they're planning something big. I'm not entirely sure, you never quite know, but we're here with a new one at least. This one doesn't seem to be very much different from all the other sort of Sakura games, you know? We had the one big one, Sakura Dungeon, which was very different from the other ones, and the fact that it was an actual, it had actual like RPG elements or just dungeon crawler elements, blah blah blah, you know? And it makes me just think that maybe they're working on just an entirely something different, maybe? Haven't heard any news about it, so it's just entirely speculation on my part, but there has to be a reason for such a long break, right? But anyway, we're here with Sakura Gamer, a title that pretty much also was just a given that it would come at some point, right? Like, they have to just go through the amount of titles that they can, that are sort of relevant nowadays, and Gamer is certainly a popular one. And yeah, I think there were like a couple Gamer girls in other Sakura games as well, Sakura visual novels, like characters alone, but this visual novel is entirely based around gamers, for all of us. So I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. I actually really love the sort of retro-ish background style, right? It looks pretty cool. But yeah, without further ado, I think we should just jump into things and start the visual novel. Let's go. I think I've seen enough boobs to last me a lifetime. Whoa, 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 whoa. Be careful with your words there. There are never enough boobs to last you a lifetime. Honestly, when I started to work as a computer repair technician, I never knew it would involve quite such a large amount of staring at naked women. I don't even want to stare at naked women. Whoa, take those words back right now. Why would I, when I have Clover? Sadly, the jobs I get fall into one of these 3 categories. I'll outline them for you, for your ease and convenience. Category 1. People who think they can use their CD drives as drinks holders. What fucking idiot thinks that? It's gotta be like a grandpa. Category 2. People who haven't realized most issues with their electronics can be solved by turning them off and on again. That's bullshit! That's bullshit, that's what they always tell you. Yeah, if you tried turning it on and off again, of course I fucking did that. It didn't fucking work. I did that 10 times before I called customer service, okay? Jeez. Category 3. People whose children, typically male, but there are always exceptions, have downloaded large amounts of porn from shady websites on a family computer, thus giving them viruses. That's why you gotta use the incognito mode, dudes. You don't have to download shit then. Today, I had to work a handful of jobs that fell into the 3rd category. It was awful. There were pop-ups everywhere. Thank God I don't have to deal with that shit. I've seen enough digital images of breasts and genitals splashed across the computer screens to last me a lifetime. It was so awkward too, especially when the poor, embarrassed mothers of these porn-obsessed children hang out about in the background, wringing their hands, averting their eyes, and apologizing. How do you even tell that to your parents? Oh, like they come in with the laptop, the family laptop, and just like, it's working really slow lately. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't start. I can't start the computer up without seeing any boobs in my face. Well, what is happening? And then of course we immediately know the diagnosis within 5 seconds, and then we just say like, yep, little Johnny's been looking at too much porn, Mom. You gotta do something about it, Mom. You gotta take away his toys. I know he's only 5, but you gotta stop making him look porn. Who wants to look at porn when women in their 40s? You're watching it together with the whole family, like, yeah, look, this is what Johnny watched too. Especially when said porn sometimes involves women in their 40s. Hey, nothing wrong with MILFs. It's always fun. And by fun, I mean horrible. I don't know. It seems like a pretty cool job to be paid to watch porn, essentially. In time, these harried mothers usually start falling on typical social niceties as a way to escape these uncomfortable situations. "Excuse me, miss. Do you want a cup of tea?" Then they retreat to their kitchens, while I stress over their malware-infested PZs to potter about ineffectually, and spend hours brewing a single cup of green tea. If I was ever served that slowly in a restaurant or cafe, I'd complain. When I'm on the clock, however, I welcome the absence of my clients wholeheartedly. It's hard to focus when somebody else is watching you, especially when there's so much porn. I don't get paid enough to deal with all this. At least, I usually get a cup of green tea out of it, yeah, after an hour. A cup of green tea that, when I finally receive it, is already stone cold. And to think, I only started studying computers because once upon a time, I wanted to be a game designer. Oh, a game designer. You could make Sakura games. Those dreams have been destroyed now. Destroyed by the menacing specter of adulthood. I sigh heavily as I walk down the street. I mean, it's not that bad of a job downgrade, right? Because obviously our dream job was to be a game developer. Now we're just sort of watching porn. Sure, we're like removing porn off of the family computer, but hey, we're getting to see some porn for money. It's not that bad. Could be a lot worse. It's getting dark already. The night air is crisp and cool against my skin. At least it helps calm my head. The wind toys with my hair, making it flutter. The hem of my jacket twitches. I glance upwards and I brush a few loose strands of hair behind my ear. The sky is filled with stars. The stars are small, like tiny pinheads, and they twinkle brightly. Pretty. But I don't have enough time to stand around in the street, contemplating. I'm tired, hungry, and most important of all, I want to take a shower. I cross the street. My house isn't too far away. It's a pretty nice house, all things considered, especially for a recent college graduate. It's not a mansion by any stretch of the imagination, but it has 3 bedrooms, a moderately large kitchen, and a garden. I guess I'm not doing too bad for myself. Sometimes, after a busy day at work, I start obsessing over the negatives. But my life is actually pretty comfortable, all things considered. I open the front door and close it behind me with a slam. The lights are all turned on. I guess Clover is still awake. This is Clover? Yeah. Well, that goes without saying. She doesn't go to bed until 3 or 4 in the morning during the summer. Only during the summer? Hell, that's the gamer life. You go, hell, if you're still, you usually go to sleep when like the sun starts to come up. That's the sign when you've maybe stayed up a little bit too late, but it's not a rare occurrence for gamers. She always has a video game or 2 or 20 to work through, especially though she couldn't get around to playing during the school term. It's nice to know she's so easygoing. Some things never change. I sigh and slide off my shoes. I lean them up neatly beside Clover's cast-offs. Clover has too many shoes. Sometimes, I wonder if she's trying to stockpile them lest the apocalypse arrives, taking all the shoe stores with it in its wake. Surely there are better things she can spend her money on. Not that it's any of my business. I'm not her mother. I really want that shower, but I should probably dump my bags in the room first. I thought it was gonna be something else when I read the word dump. I climb the stairs with my slow, sluggish legs and open my bedroom door. The lights are already turned on, and... Wait. I think you're kind of doing it wrong, girl. I don't know what she's trying to do. She's definitely not trying to play the game. Unless she's like trying to take a picture, you know? Look at me, I'm a classic gamer girl. And then obviously inside the picture you see the USB cable isn't even connected. And then obviously, you know, guys that are looking at the wrong things, which is kind of what I'm doing right now, they will put in the comments, oh, blah blah blah, fake gamer girl doesn't even have the USB connected, blah blah blah. Hi honey, welcome home. Clover. I look at my best friend of some 10 years with narrowed eyes. There are numerous ways you could describe the current expression on my face. Bored, indifferent, apathetic. But Excited is not one of them, because it's just one of her usual antics. This is probably just an Instagram picture, right? That's what she's posing for. Maybe that's what Clover wants. But Clover can't always have her own way, even if she is incredibly pushy. Pushy enough to invite herself into my room when I'm out, sit on the edge of my bed, and balance one of my VS4 controllers, VS4, on the sizable shelf of her breast. Hey, I mean, you know, it's kind of like a cat. If it fits, I sits, and that's what the controller is as well. If it can lean on it, if it can stay on it, then it will, it shall, it must. While wearing one of those ridiculous outfits she likes so much. I don't know. I wouldn't mind playing on that controller if you get my... What? That's the wrong button. This one. If you catch my drift. Well, although I would probably only be pressing like the star button. Well, blah blah blah. I don't know what you're playing at, but you should put my VS4 controller away. Those things are expensive. What's with the ha 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 ha? Why is she sticking her tongue out like that? It's nice to see you too, Nekohime. For the record, Nekohime isn't my real name. It's Sayo. Clover isn't Clover's real name either. She's actually called Chica. Oh god. Isn't that one of the... Is it Chica? From Five Nights at Freddy's? The bird? Nekohime and Clover are just our internet handles. Ah, you know, if you spend more time with a friend over the internet than actually in real life, if you know them in real life, right? Sometimes you do actually like refer to them as their online nickname rather than their real name, which is a bit weird when you think about it, but pretty funny. It has happened with me for sure. I call people by their internet online nicknames much more often than their real names probably. I first met Clover on an internet RP board 10 years ago. We were both in our first year of middle school. Not that we went to the same schools. We spoke online for years before our relationship transitioned into the real world. Ooh, kinda scary, right, for gamers? Real world. So, we still call one another by our online names when we're offline like this. It might sound a little complicated, but it's not. I just wish, when I was 12, I had the foresight to call myself something a little less embarrassing than Nekohime. It could be worse. Nekohime is not that bad. You could be named Luda. Whatever. Can you please put my controller down? So you see this totally sexy girl posing on your bed, and all you say is, put the controller down? What else do you want me to say? It's just not a very interesting response is all. That's not what she was looking for. I'm not an interesting person. Well, you might be right about that. Hey, Clover, that was not nice. Seriously, what's the point in all this? I gestured towards Clover, or to be more precise, her breast, which is like 1/3 of her whole body anyway. Oh, nothing. I just thought I might be able to fire you up a bit. You've been looking so down lately. Because I, unlike you, still have to go to work. Don't you like your job? Having a conversation with Clover while she's posing on my bed, controller propped up on her breast, is kinda surreal. Who are you posing for? Are you doing like a cam show? What the fuck is going on? At least, it would be if I wasn't so accustomed to her antics. Clover does stuff like this all the time, or she's probably IRL streaming on Twitch, right? If you've seen the fucking cam girls that are on Twitch, the IRL stream, holy shit, it's kind of similar like this. They wear fucking skimpy shit, and there's like, oh shit, my controller fell, let me pick it up, and then they bend over. Ooh, yeah, kind of like that. But it's pretty ridiculous, actually. Of course I don't like my job. I have to get out of bed early. By the way, I just want to say, I've only looked at it like once, and then thought like, 3D girls, what the fuck, and then started playing Sakura games again. Work long hours, and worst of all, I'm expected to interact with other people. Well, you've never exactly been too good with all of that. It's a huge pain. Today was the worst. Was it more or less annoying than the woman at the Shinto shrine who filled her laptop CDs with rice? Wait, her laptop CD drive with rice? It was more standard. Horny teenage boy, family PC, too much porn, you know? Yeah, the usual kind of thing. Malware, huh? Lots of it. And pop-ups? Mm-hmm. Did you see any nice boobs? Oh, a lot. Plenty. I saw a lot of boobs. They all start to blend together after a while. No, I can tell every single boob that I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I can tell them all apart.
So, what do you think about mine? Are they better or worse?
Your boobs are the best boobs there are. Are you seriously asking me this question? There's only one way we can go here, right? There's only one thing we can say here. Does she really need to ask? I mean, come on, girl, come on. You look at the shirt that you're wearing. Obviously, your boobs are better.
Yay! I knew you were a woman of discerning taste, Nekohime.
Now, if that's all, I'm going to have a shower.
Before you leave, I want to ask you something.
Is that a poster of Sakura Dungeon? That's Seri, right? That's Seri in the background. I see you there, girl. That's like our idol. Oh, praised be Seri. If only I could be in Sakura Dungeon. Clover finally sets the controller down. She sits on the edge of my bed, looking at me expectantly. I sigh. What is it, Clover? This better not be something stupid.
I promise it isn't.
You didn't jam the toaster again, did you?
No way!
Or clog the toilet?
That was a long time ago.
It happened last Tuesday.
And details!
Ahem. She clears her throat.
I managed to get us a new tenant!
Oh? You did?
Mm-hmm. This girl called up earlier and asked if our spare room was still available. I said it was. And she asked if she could come around today to scope the place out. And I said, okay.
And she just signed the warrant? Today?
That's right. Isn't that great?
Oh, we gotta be a third gamer girl moving in. Clover and I used to live with another girl, but she moved out a couple months ago. She relocated to Hokkaido, something related to her job or something, and the spare room has been empty ever since. We've been trying to shift it for a while, but haven't had too much luck. Having another tenant is more than welcome. I mean, come on, it's not a Sakura game if there are only 2 girls. Let's be honest here. I don't like people, but I do like money. And I don't want to turn up my nose at the extra income. This house doesn't pay for itself. Neither does the electricity bill, which is going to be through the roof this summer, thanks to Clover's unhealthy fixation with video games. Even so, I'm a little skeptical about this arrangement. Don't you think that this seems kind of fast?
You think?
Mm-hmm. You'd expect her to think about it a bit first. Plus, I wanted to meet her before she signed anything.
But you never want to meet anyone, Nekohime.
I know, but it would be nice to get a look at her face at least. I want to know what kind of person we're letting into our house, I can tell just by looking at a person's face whether they're good or bad.
Don't worry about it. I'm a great judge of character.
Yeah, somehow I don't trust that, Clover. Sure you are.
I am. I could tell right away she'd be a really great girl to live with. She was very energetic.
I don't like energetic people.
You like me?
Yeah, one is plenty enough. You and her is like 2 Energizer buddies. Bunnies, rather, not buddies. I'd put up with you. It's different.
Oh, Nekohime, don't be so cold. We've known each other forever.
Exactly the reason why I'm putting up with it. And that's why your company is tolerable. I don't know if I can cope with another one of you. Well, we'll just have to see how it turns out.
You'll be able to find out soon enough.
What do you mean?
She's going to move in tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Now that is really fast. Are you sure this girl doesn't have a criminal record? Yeah, she's not hiding from the FBI or something, right? For illegally downloading video games or something. She didn't look like the type who'd commit theft or arson, did she?
Well, it's always hard to tell, of course.
I thought you were a great judge of character. Of course.
But she was like super cute. You wouldn't believe how cute she was.
Well, as long as she was cute, that's the only thing that matters, right? So, you think cute people can't commit crime?
It's unlikely. I mean, she really was adorable. I'm sure you understand when you see her, Nekohime.
I hope so. For your sake, Clover. I hope so. If she let a convicted serial killer into our home, I'm going to be very, very angry with her. I think by the time we find out that she's a convicted serial killer, it's too late to be angry. We won't even be capable of being angry anymore. 'Cause we did. Damn, she's taking a relaxing shower, still with her blazer on and everything. Ah, that feels good. I sigh softly as the water cascades over my body. I was so tired after work I didn't change out of my clothes. I didn't even take off my glasses. According to Clover, my glasses are my charm point. Whatever that means. It kinda is. I feel like she dresses very... I don't even know the word for it, right? But I feel like the glasses just brings everything together in a way that makes her look really unique. If it were without the glasses, you would kind of just think that, she looks a bit... She'd look weird. But I don't know, something about the glasses just makes everything come together. You're like, yeah, she's kind of one of those weird gamer chicks, and I love it. She plays too many erotic games, no such thing as too many. Especially for an elementary school teacher. Wait, she's a teacher of an elementary school? Oh my god, what the hell is she gonna teach those kids? I was surprised when she told me her lifelong dream was working with children. Fortunately, she doesn't dress in tight-skin latex when she's around those 12 years of age, or under 12 years of age. And so the moral fiber of Japan's children continues to be protected. Or something like that. I'm so sleepy. I'm not really thinking straight. Then again, when have I ever done that? I nuzzle my cheek against the slow, steady stream of warm water. I must look like such a slob. Collapse at the bottom of the shower, stall in my panties. At least I had the foresight to take my skirt off. I might be lazy, but I'm not that lazy. Like, yeah, come on, okay? At least we had the energy to take off one extra piece of clothing. The warm water really is nice. It caresses my skin softly. My limbs don't ache as much as they did before. My limbs always ache after a busy day at work. That's what happens when you have to take the train everywhere, sandwiched between businessmen and women, while the carriage rocks back and forth. Seriously, why is Japan so busy? Tokyo is the worst. I don't like people at the best of times, and I especially don't like them when I'm crammed against them with their elbows and knees digging into me. At least the shower knows how to treat a girl right, exactly. In more ways than once. You know what I'm talking about, girls. Bzz, 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 bzz. I yawn, idly rubbing shampoo into my hair. I think this might be Clover shampoo, actually. It smells of cinnamon. Ooh, cinnamon. A bit too strong for my liking. I prefer more subtle aromas, like barley tea or vanilla. But Clover says that's incredibly boring. She's called me boring ever since we first started talking online, and yet we're still friends for 10 years somehow. It's a wonder we're even friends. I wonder I have any friends, or it's a wonder that I have any friends at all, being so gloomy. But I wasn't always like this. Part of it's because of work. Having a job does this to people. I think it's inevitable, especially when you're a freelancer like me, and your hours are all over the place. Sometimes I get called out for emergency repairs in the early hours of the morning. Wait, so she actually goes to the people's houses to fix their computers and laptops? Not like she works at a shop and then the family comes there? That's even more, of course, fuck, I'm so stupid. That's, for some reason it didn't click in my mind. I mean, it's like pretty late for me right now, right? And I've been sick the past week or so. I've recovered for the most part though. But yeah, like, for some reason it didn't click in my mind when the mothers were making tea. That obviously would be at their house. Like, where else would they be making tea? Would the mothers just like, the mother's so embarrassed, can I use the kitchen store to make tea for you? Like, of course not. And to think, I only started dabbling with computers because of Clover. It was back when we were both kids, and we went to different schools in different parts of Japan. Clover was born in the north, around the Tohoku region, and I was born in Shikoku. We could only communicate through our keyboards. She decided that we should make a game. We tossed a few ideas back and forth, mostly rip-offs of the Penultimate Fantasy series. Penultimate Fantasy. And I started studying Java and C++ in my spare time. I know a little bit of coding, not that much though. Kinda sucked at it. I built up quite a bank of knowledge over the years. But it was all for nothing. Clover and I never found the time to work on that game. I was too busy with school, then college, and now I have a job. Being an adult sucks. I thought knowing a little bit about programming might come in handy as a computer repair technician, but that was wishful thinking. My career is based around telling people to turn their appliances on and off again. That's all. I have all these skills at my disposal, and I've never used any of them. I never had the chance. Now, I'm worried that chance will never come. Honestly, I pout, pinching a strand of damp hair between my fingers. What was the point in all of that? Will my dreams of making a real video game, like the RPGs and dungeon crawlers and roguelikes I loved so much as a child, be for nothing? I don't even have time to play video games nowadays. I'm too busy working. That's what being an adult is like, I guess. Even if it sucks. At least I could take tomorrow off. I need to be around the house so I can welcome our tenant. The new girl. What was her name again? I don't think Clover even mentioned it. I bet Clover doesn't even know. That would be so like her. If nothing else, tomorrow should be interesting at least.
Hey, Nekohime. Get up, sleepyhead.
Yeah.
You don't call yourself Nekohime for nothing.
I moan, nuzzling my head into my pillow. I can feel the sunlight dancing across my skin. It runs through my hair. Nice, soft, warm. Why should I wake up when I feel so cozy? Wow, that's how I feel every single fucking morning when I wake up. I hardly ever get to sleep in, thanks to my job. My sleep schedule's all messed up. I snatch quick cat naps whenever I can fit them in, between my stints of Kichijoji or Asukasa to help yet another useless businessman using a CD drive as a drinks holder. But that's all I get. Sadly, Clover isn't having any of it. She can be pretty assertive when she wants to.
Wake up, Nekohime.
Yeah, I hiss, shying away from her fingers, and close my eyelids even more tightly than before. She isn't to be deterred.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Her fingers fly over my body. They poke and prod about the hollows of my armpits and the soles of my feet until... Alright, I'm up, fine. I push back the blankets and pull myself into a sitting position. That's just how we wake up, you know. Oh, hey, isn't that another poster from Sakura Dungeon in the background? Dang, we got all the Sakura Dungeon posters. You can tell these girls were a major, huge fan of Sakura Dungeon. I'm pretty sure it's Sakura Dungeon, right? I blink blearily, rubbing at my eyes with one hand, and... did I fall asleep wearing my glasses? I do that too sometimes, but I'm not a person who moves around a lot when I sleep, so it's very, very unlikely, or impossible actually, that I just crush my glasses while I'm sleeping or something. And besides, I don't fucking sleep with my face on the fucking mattress or something, you know? I don't flat my face.
You should be more careful, you know? You could scratch your lenses.
Please, you're the last person who should lecture me about being careful.
Boo.
Clover pouts.
I do work in an elementary school, you know. I'm surprisingly reliable. All my students call me Big Sis, and they tell me how much they love me.
Yeah, right.
Don't you yeah right me? It's true.
Whatever. I yawn again, pressing a hand against my mouth. My hair is all disheveled. My hair is always disheveled.
Sleepy princess, let me fix that for you.
Clover sits on the edge of my bed and brushes a few strands of hair out of my mouth. But that was our breakfast. My hair is damp with my own drool, but Clover doesn't wince. Instead, she smiles indulgently and pats me on the head.
Is this what you do with your students? Sometimes, if they fall over and hurt themselves.
I'm not a kid.
I know you're not. Not with those boobs.
Well, kids better not have those kind of boobs. That'd be hella weird. Imagine fucking elementary school, you have fucking 7-year-olds walking around with those huge things. Oh my fucking god, why did I say that? Clover.
The girls are developing quicker and quicker all the time. I saw a TV show about it. Something about processed meat.
Okay, this is actually... I do remember this, where like a girl... I don't know which grade it was in, but there was actually a girl in my class that at 10 years age had her first period, which is really fucking early, right? Holy shit. I really don't care.
You don't care about much. You're so grumpy.
She's a grumpy cat. Clover runs her fingers through her hair. She's smiling.
Just like a kitty. There. If you keep that up, I'll bite you. Meow. Now. I know you won't do that, my good little kitty.
Don't call me that.
But how can I resist when your name's Nekohime?
And you're kind of asking for it then. It was a bad decision.
I think it suits you perfectly.
She continues to pat my head, running her fingers through my white curls. It feels nice, it's actually annoying. It doesn't feel too bad, you know? Who wouldn't want to be petted down, you know, early in the morning, just as a way of sort of waking up? It's a gentle way to wake up. I don't want to encourage her, but her hand is kind of warm. The feeling of her palm on top of my head is pretty nice too. It's making me drift off again. My eyelashes flutter. Well, back to sleep we go. All of a sudden, I feel so sleepy. No, this is no good. I can't let Clover see me in this delicate, defenseless state. It would ruin my reputation. Whatever little reputation I have. Alright, it's enough of that. I bat Clover's hand away and slide out of bed. With a yawn, I stretch my arms into the air. My joints click. Crack, crack, crack. Why are you up so early, Clover?
Isn't it obvious?
Clover claps her hands together. She's so excited. She's practically bouncing up and down on the spot. Her boobs bounce with her. I'm not entirely sure if she's wearing a bra. Nope, she's not, we can tell. And if she is, I can't see it peeking out beneath the bottom of her shirt. What a ridiculous shirt is. I don't know, looks like a pretty cool shirt to me. Clover is a ridiculous person, full stop.
I'm excited.
Did Snow Squall Entertainment push out our new patch for Underclock? Underclock.
No, or I don't think they did.
Even if they did, it wouldn't matter. Clover is super stubborn, and she only ever plays with one character out of the whole roster. Hey, when she sees something she likes, she's gonna pick it over and over again. And then she wonders why people on the internet forums poke fun at her and call her an Hanzo main. Oh my god, she's a Hanzo main? I mean, I love Hanzo myself, okay, but I mean, when I started out, it was a Hanzo main, okay, but then I shifted over. I'm a Diva main now, which is much better, right?
I'm excited about our new guest, of course.
Ah, yes, of course, the serial killer.
I don't think she's a serial killer, Nekohime.
You can never be too careful. Once, a guy asked me to repair his computer, and when I was poking around in the hard drive, trying to fix some malignant errors, I happened to come across some rather interesting files. Hundreds and hundreds, no, not even that. Thousands of images of the cute cartoon characters of that children's TV anime, Pretty Honey, being savaged by tentacle. Oh my god, tentacle porn, tentacle hentai, huh? But I don't see how that's comparable or comparable to a serial killer, you know? I don't think those two are remotely close whatsoever. It was an enlightening experience, and ever since then, we've loved tentacles. Not one I really want to relive. Do you know what time our esteemed guest is moving in?
I'm not sure. He said around midday.
Then we should have plenty of time to clean this place up.
You want to clean up our house for a serial killer?
I thought you said she wasn't a serial killer.
I mean, I don't think she is, but like you said, you can never be too careful.
Don't use my words against me. Yeah, I'm the one who brought up that concern. I prod the tip of Clover's nose. She goes cross-eyed momentarily. Let's get something to eat first.